This has got to be probably the best film that I had watched at the Mumbai Film Festival, which I had covered last month. Hi guys, this is Farhad and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. If you're new to this channel, then please smash that subscribe button now and remember to like and comment on the video. Liking and commenting helps fuel the YouTube algorithm. And if you remember, a month back I had said that I am going to be making a video on one of the films that I had watched at MAMI, only later on to say that probably I'll make that video closer to the theatrical release. That film, by the way, is the Malayalam film All We Imagine as Light, which was the Grand Prix winner at the Cannes Film Festival. If you remember, there was a whole, talk, a dialogue on which one is better for the Oscars from India. Eventually Lapata Ladies has been sent, but All We Imagine as Light is actually a special film, and in this video I'm going to tell you exactly why, while keeping things vague as to avoid spoilers in this video. So sit back and enjoy without any discretion that is there. So coming to the story and screenplay, All We Imagine as Light has a setting in the city of Mumbai. It follows the intimate journey of three characters which are intertwined in the busy city life that is there. And one thing that ties these stories together is loneliness apart from the city of Mumbai. Now the city of Mumbai itself plays a very important character in the film. Why? Because the grim shades of Mumbai, almost it's set in the monsoons of Mumbai, by the way. It represents the grimness or the hollowness in the lives of the characters that are there. And Mumbai does this to you. You are lonely in a very huge city that is there, despite having company also at times. This is one such city that can easily make you feel lonely, which is what is represented through the characters here. One of the themes that the film has to offer, especially in the first 2/3 of the film, the last 1/3 is set in another setting that is there, which I'll come to, but the first 2/3 of the film, the theme that it tackles is also the space issue that you did see in the Kannu Bell directed film Agra that is there. In a scene you see the characters of Kani and Divya Prabha. Both of them, they are flatmates. They are flatmates in the city of Mumbai, and the flat is so small that they do not even have any privacy in the same flat. Same goes for the case with Divya Prabha, who shares an intimate relationship with her boyfriend that is there, but there's a space issue wherein they don't have space for intimacy that is there, which is why they resort to intimacy on the streets basically. The third wheel here is the character of Chhaya that is there, which is an interesting character because she's lost her husband, and she is almost a victim of capitalism that is there, an issue that plays out in the background in the film, essentially in the background, which also brings me to the point that the politics in the film plays out in the background. It just touches upon certain issues that you would see in your daily lives but you tend to ignore, and that is the politics that is there in the drama, be it the cleanliness in the city or the growing rise of capitalism in the city that is there, essentially while tying the three stories with loneliness, especially with the character of Kani, who's at the center of that loneliness, given that she's being estranged by a husband that is there. You don't see her husband in the film that is there. So these are the complex relationships that you get to witness in this story for the first 2/3 of the film, only for the last 1/3 of the film to change the setting completely. So when the first 2/3 of the film is there, notice that you see that you are at a distance from the character, which is ironic to how the characters are with themselves. Characters are cramped up for space, but you are at a distance, which changes completely in that last 1/3 of the film, where the change of the setting from Mumbai to Konkan gets the characters. It has a more spacious look. The film has a more spacious look, and you get a little more closer to the characters. It's a nice little dichotomy that is shown, leading up to a very ethereal kind of an ending that is there. I'll not tell you what the ending is, but it's very ethereal, and It makes for a beautiful bittersweet kind of a feeling that is there at the end, which is laced with a lot of hope, which is what is significant of the title also, all we imagine as light. So light in different forms that is there. Particularly if you see at the halfway mark also, you see there's a conversation that is transpiring between Kani Kusruti and Divya Prabha, and the camera, it floats onto different buildings that is there, which almost is representative that this conversation is holds true necessarily for other households also in the city. So the use of light here is used in very different forms that is there throughout the film, leading up to the sense of hope that is there. Coming to the technical aspects, I think the dialogues are conversational and quite profound, with the themes that the film was trying to tackle. The BGM is excellent, delicately lifting the drama at crucial moments in the screenplay. Cinematography, as I said, is very thought provoking. The frames, tell a story, right from that opening homage that is there to the city. It sets the tone as to what the city stands for. It is far from the representation of the glossy Mumbai frames that you see either on postcards or on celluloid. This is a grim reality that most Mumbaikars like me, even I'm from Mumbai, so most Mumbaikars like me have to go through day in and day out. Although I'm in a far more luxury space, so to say. There's nothing to complain in that regard. There's a lot of thought that the framing offers. The editing is crisp, and it definitely has good transition moments, particularly because it is dealing with three characters which are scattered at the beginning, only to come together towards the end. That is the kind of a template that the film follows, and nicely done through the editing. Director Payal Kapadia, the more I say about her, it will be only less for her for a capability that she has. She's such a wonderful director here. Does a brilliant job in understanding the subject, and there's something about women directors directing intimacy on screen. Intimacy as a subject is very different when you look at it from a male gaze to when you look at it from a female gaze, and Payal does such a beautiful job here. Any words that I say will not do justice to the kind of direction that she has delivered in the film. And to come to think of it, she had come for a question answer session, and she had said that it took her almost 7 years to put this film together, which says a lot about her resilience. Needless, either way, the direction is outstanding here to the core. Coming to the performances, I felt the performances are outstanding. I mean, enough said. Outstanding to the core. Ridu Harun, I think he has a good screen presence and he does a good job. There's a little religious conflict that is there through his character, and you get to know his character better as the film progresses. And it's not, it's very intricately painted, his character. It's not broad stroke that is there. Chhaya Kadam is such a natural actor who resonates with the feeling of hope that is there despite the negativity that is around the character. She does such a wonderful job, such a wonderful actor. Is every time I watch her performance, I am honored, to review her work. So it's something like that. Divya Prabha has a tremendous screen presence, and the internal conflicts that she shares with respect to the society that the character is brought up in and is forced and coaxed to think of, it makes for an interesting watch. And Divya does such a wonderful job, Divya Prabha. Kani Kusruti, I think she's such a talented actor, such one of a kind actor, I would say, who may not, even if she doesn't have too many lines, she conveys a lot through her expressions. And here the grimness of expressions on her face tell 1,000 stories put together that is there. And I think she did such a tremendous job here. It was such a wonderful performance, a very complex character, especially towards the back end of the drama, and she makes for a wonderful watch. So overall, All We Imagine as Light is a brilliant film in every sense of the word. We need such cinema, and when it comes from Malayalam, an absolute winner. It's a Malayalam film at the end of the day, set in a different location, much like the themes that I had said at the start of the year. You know how Malayalam films are stationing outside Kerala and finding success as well. This is one of those films in the same category. You can say it's a brilliant film. It releases tomorrow, 22nd of November. So you know, hope that you watch it in a theater and support this film that is there. It's absolutely worth your time, and it has a very different canvas, very different texture, which forces you to think beyond the ordinary. You know, the more deeper you dig into it, the more profound the thoughts come, you know, from the film that you're watching. So it's an absolute must watch from my end. Highly recommended. If you've already watched it, as I know some of you may have watched it in the film festival, some of you may have already watched it because it had a theatrical release in Kerala earlier this year, a couple of months back if I'm not wrong. So if you've already watched it, do share your thoughts. If you're liking this video, please smash that like button. Remember to share this video with your friends and family. Ask them to subscribe to the channel. Let's grow this Digi family together. My full detailed review, which I had written during MAMI, is of the film All We Imagine as Light, is available on my website Popcorn Reviews. I've left a link in the description. Do visit that as well. Also follow me on different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Letterboxd. I do not end up making a video on everything that I watch, but I do write a lot, and I've covered a lot of Oscar nominated films this year. You know, when I say Oscar nominated, the official submissions of the different countries for Oscars of 2025. I've just written a review of the film Touch, which is an Iceland film. It's a film from Iceland. Wonderful film again. So those are some of the recent reviews that I've watched of the movies that I've watched. You can read those reviews in your language. Also follow me on different social media platforms, which will help you gauge when I'm putting out a review, and the small captions, if you would like to read them, do give those a try. Leave a like, leave a follow there as well. All information is in the description box. I'll see you again soon with another video. Till then, take care of yourselves, and thank you so much for your love and support. Cheers.